Hello, doing a poll right now, putting together. Your first one, how you doing? Start a poll. Is Christian is it important to have a private school option for kids? Yes or no? Start poll. All right. I just threw up a poll. Is it important to have a private school option for kids? It's something that's been talked about a lot because public school people will complain that funding that could go to them goes to charters or private schools instead. So what do you guys think? Is it important to have that private school option, maybe the option of having a Christian private school? And go throw up my little sign. This is second period. I'm back. What do you guys think? 0 votes. You have no opinions? I taught in the public school for several years, and it was not good. There's a lot of kids who just don't want to be there, who feel like it's a waste of time. And for many of them, it's hard to argue. But now I'm in the private school, and it is completely different. It is a completely different job. There's a lot more respect from the students. And there's a culture that honors God, where you don't have to be afraid to talk to people about God and what your personal beliefs are. If you do that in the public school, you get in trouble. You discouraged from doing that. That's one reason that I guess in Florida you had DeSantis pass that the what they called the don't say gay bill, but it wasn't don't say gay. It was don't push your sexual ideation on kindergarten through 3rd graders. It's a big difference. I put number 3 up. My goal this year is to have as quiet and calm a classroom as I possibly can. Soothing music. I put sound buffers on the walls so that I don't have sound just bouncing all over the place. Do I have any votes yet? You guys have no opinions? Personally, I'm for team private school, homeschool. It'd be nice if, it would be nice if even that public funding for children could follow them to homeschool. Because you think about a mom with 4 kids. She's staying at home, or dad, could be, educating their children. And the government, and depending on the state, pays for those kids to go to school. So the funding is supposed to follow the kids. What if it followed them home as well? So now the parents get either a tax break or a tax refund for the money that they are not putting on the American public. They're paying for their own curriculum. They're paying to build, sometimes they build a classroom in their house, and the teacher, their mom is acting as a teacher. Do you know how much funding goes towards like kids. In a lot of states, it's an average of $10,000 per student. In the private school, you can get $7,400, like $7,400 as a grant for every kid to go to private school. So if you are financially, not rich, then here's number 4. You can get a grant from the government to send your kids to private school. So, and some private schools would be completely free. You don't have to send your kids to public. So it's not a financial issue, which a lot of people might be surprised to hear. And like I know some schools, might be only about $100 a month or whatnot, and if you're in a needy position, you can even get a scholarship on top of that. And that money, so the public school, the private schools get less money than what the public do. Plus, the public schools have their buildings provided for them, where the private schools, they don't have their buildings provided for them. With less money, they also have to pay for the building. So the public schools get the building, and then they have 75% more money, 33% more money or more for each student that they have. I know in New York State, get this, New York State, it's $25,000 per student. That's how much they would have. I mean, they do have good education in New York State, but you would think it would be really, really good. So I'm gonna put my 4 up. Hello. What's going on? Can y'all see me? Interesting. I am standing in front of this screen right now, or camera right now, but you cannot see me. That's just weird. No filter. Appreciate whoever was gave their voice to the poll. I do not know why you can't see me right now. I literally walked away and walked back. I'm surprised you guys are still watching. Maybe you can see me and I just can't see myself. I don't know. Can you guys chat whether you can see me or not? Because I can't see myself. So. Okay. Do you like the music? So I just went on to Spotify, and there's just a Christian instrumental worship music. And I found a really, really good song, and I just liked it. So now it's just, when I want to start the playlist, I just start that song, and it goes to all the other ones. So that's pretty cool. All right, we were talking about private schools. So another thing, I teach history in the private school, so it's interesting being able to teach history from a Christian perspective. And I teach multiple classes, so if you're thinking about becoming a teacher in a private school, it's a completely different job. So the kids are a lot easier, you're a lot more supported by the administration, but at the same time, there's you're teaching multiple classes. For instance, I teach 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade history. So all different classes, 4 different classes. When my first private school I taught in, I had 6 different classes. And that can be a whole lot with, say, 1 planning period to get it all done. You're going to be staying after school. You're going to be working on the weekends in order to get that done. So, and all for about, gosh, people talk about public school teachers making only a little bit of money, but in the private school, how much you pay? I took a 30% pay cut to go to the private school, but you know, it was worth it. I didn't want to work in the public schools anymore. It's just too much. And now that I'm in the private school, I'm not only allowed to share my faith, I'm encouraged to share my faith. Encouraged to pray with the students. Which really develops a close bond as well. So it's like, kids are going through stuff and you're like, can I pray with you? And a lot of them really, really appreciate that. Hey, I'm gonna let you go.
This is not